Treat people how you would like to be treated and walk with integrity. So much so that even if a rumor is told, it won't be believed. Focus on greatness.
Hello, motherfucker.
Thanks for joining. We'll be discussing fitness, fashion, and ways to focus on greatness. Be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. So unless you've been under a rock, you're aware of the beef that Angela Yee from The Breakfast Club and Gucci Mane have, and now that has included DJ Envy due to the interview with Charlamagne tha God. So before I get started, I'm going to insert clip so we can all catch up, and I'll be back with my commentary. Okay, so I wasn't able to insert the actual clip because the videos were blocked by iHeartRadio. So I will provide the links in the description box below of the videos that I'm referencing. Gucci Mane accused Angela Yee of flirting with him, texting him after she had an interview with him on another show, not The Breakfast Club. Angela Yee denied it. Gucci Mane then went and found a clip of the show and posted it on Instagram, and Angela Yee got upset. Here's the clip.
You take it.
Oh my God. I'm sure. You know what they say about little girls, especially Asian ones?
Fat puss.
Is that what they say?
Yo, that say?
I was going to say deep.
Now, let me say in Angela's defense, she never denied the interview. And I think for the most part, she's pretty flirty with the guests that come on her show. So I don't think that was a big deal. What she's denying is texting Gucci and saying that she tried to meet him at his hotel or see what hotel he was at after the interview. That's what she's denying. Why Gucci thinks it's so important to prove this, I'm not sure. You have a whole wife at home, and that's who you should be concerned with. It honestly doesn't matter. They're making this much bigger than it needs to be. After that, Gucci Mane posted that Angela Yee and DJ Envy did a breakfast court club where she tried to prove that she was telling the truth, and they did a poll with the audience, which I think got Gucci a little upset and bothered. He then went on to have an interview with Charlamagne alone at a different location, and here's that interview.
She said she feel like you disrespected her.
She disrespected herself. She disrespected herself. That's what she did. She just made a big deal out of something that wasn't even a big deal. She disrespected herself. Now she embarrassed. And now whoever her dude is, he like, damn, you been a freak like that? You telling dude you want him to hit the bottom of that motherfucker? Deep? You want me to hit the bottom of that motherfucker?
What's wrong with you, man?
That hoe want me to hit the bottom of that motherfucker, ain't it? That hoe said that shit deep.
They about to be mad at me.
12 foot motherfucker, ain't the man.
They gonna be mad at me.
Bottomless pit, man. Man, God damn, that's just like me saying, hey, can you handle this big now? Oh, it's deep. Oh, is it deep? What you think they gonna make a man do? What you telling him that for? You tell the man your pussy deep for what? You just throwing it out there? So you do that to all your guests you talk to, you just say, hey, you know how the Asian girls are, right? They got fat pussy, deep pussy.
Now, the problem I have, not with Charlamagne doing the interview, that's his job, and Gucci is an artist. He was coming out with a new project. However, I have an issue with you with the giggling like a little schoolgirl behind it. At some point, you could have said, hey, let's have this conversation, but let's be respectful of my co-host, friend, or just a human being. Let's be respectful of women. And he didn't do that. After that interview, Angela was liking a few tweets saying that Charlamagne wasn't loyal and things like that. And she decided to go on another show and explain how she was feeling at this point with Charlamagne pretty much being disloyal to her as a person.
If you work with somebody and someone's saying things like
Negative things.
nasty, like things you can't even say on the radio
Right.
in a really derogatory way, whether or not you work with that person, you know, talking about a woman in that way, because I have never called anybody out of their name.
Yeah.
I think that's the real issue. Like, you can't just sit there and laugh when something like that happens.
Gotcha.
That may or may not be true. Angela may not have called anyone out of their name. However, I remember one interview in particular where she taunted, giggled, kiki with Mano and Uncle Murder regarding K. Michelle and her vagina. which was disrespectful as a woman. So if Angela cannot receive that on the other end, she shouldn't dish it out. She sat there and giggled with them, called them nasty if they chose to have sex with her, saying because they said her box stank and things like that. I clearly remember that interview. She didn't try to put a stop to it as a woman, and K. Michelle called her out on it. Again, I'm not able to insert the clip of K. Michelle on The Breakfast Club, but I will insert the link in the description box below. I honestly would like to see Angela address that and say, you know what, yeah, now I do understand what K. Michelle was saying. And if you notice, K. Michelle has not been on The Breakfast Club since that interview, since she put Angela in her place and told her she didn't like that. She has not been on The Breakfast Club. So I do believe Angela did ban K. Michelle as well as Gucci, even though she keeps saying he wasn't banned. I believe she said, well, I'm not going to be here if this person is here. I believe she does have that type of power. And I hope that she, just takes a look back at things and understands where K. Michelle was coming from, because it's not a nice position to be the target of someone's disrespect and disregard just as a human being in general. As you can see, it was totally unnecessary for her to be kikiing and laughing. She honestly did bring it back up, circle back regarding it, and she thought it was funny to talk about another woman's vagina. And it's not a good space. And Gucci didn't even say anything bad about Angela until he interviewed with Charlemagne. The only thing he said was she was flirting and she was trying to get with him. And she took that to heart and didn't appreciate it. She went all on social media trying to deny it. And that's what I would like all these journalists to know. Wendy Williams, everyone, your turn is going to come. And when you're on the receiving end, how are you going to like it? So you should treat people with much respect and give them the common courtesy to not be disparaging to who they are as a person. My final thoughts are, I just believe everyone should hold some type of respect when you're conducting an interview. All that personal drama is leave it for social media. When someone comes on a show and they want to discuss their upcoming projects and things like that, that personal beef and silliness and rumors, let's leave it out of the equation in full, and then we won't have this type of confusion going on. Let me know what you guys think down below. As always, these are just my opinions, not the law.